Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is video 2 of 2 for today.
But first, an important word from our new sponsors. Hey guys, today's sponsor is Babbel, an award-winning app that makes learning new languages fun and efficient.
You're on your phone all day, every day. You might as well learn something while you're on there. There's tons of languages to choose from. Spanish, French, German, Italian, Portuguese, tons of stuff on there.
Yeah, you can also have real-time feedback, and you have a little progression bar, help you keep motivated. Helps out a lot.
I learned all my Spanish from my grandma, but to be honest, sometimes when she talks super fast, I get lost. I can actually brush up a little bit on my skills. So that's what I use Babbel for. And guys, right now you can get 55% off. So start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Click the link in the description or go to babbel.com/angryjoeshow to get our deal. That's 55% off your subscription. Join the millions of people that are already using Babbel and breaking that language barrier, guys. It's a lot of fun, too. So check it out, and I hope you enjoy the video. Guys, learn a new language. It's fun right on your phone if you want to. Very easy courses. Click the links down below. It helps the Angry Joe Show, the multi-bilingual Angry Joe Show.
Claro que sí.
Claro que sí.
Claro
Okay.
que sí.
¿Dónde está el biblioteca? All right, guys. But empower yourself. Click the links down below. It helps our show out. And let's go with part 2 of what the hell is going on in gaming. Now, AJS News real quick. We've completed Resident Evil 9. We've played our marathon. So those are the next 2 reviews coming. Working on them simultaneously. So please be patient there. The boys are going to be streaming probably Monday, Tuesday while I edit
Tuesday,
those.
Wednesday.
And no, because we have to get in some high guard, Joe.
You said Monday. Today's Monday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay, so there's a lot to do. Okay,
Tons of
basically tons of stuff. The last episode of Starfleet Academy, so we don't have to deal with that shit no more. And there's some games coming out towards the end, like Toxic Commando.
Fatal Frame?
It's gonna be 2 hours.
It was Fatal Frame. I wish you guys could play that, but it comes out on Wednesday, so I think you guys can stream that one on Wednesday while I'm still editing. But we got to get in some high guard before that shit shuts down.
Friday. Got it.
No.
Be on the calendar.
It'll be shut down by Friday. I know what you're trying to do, Joe. Don't
I'll
trick
put
me.
it on the calendar next Tuesday.
Okay. We got brand new PCs, which it's a freaking game changer. Starforge. I'll tell you a little bit more about them at the end of the video. So look forward to that. And then they look freaking amazing. I'll give you some videos, Joe, of our setups. It's awesome. Alex, what the hell has been going on in gaming news part 2?
We got a report this week about Meta's AI smart glasses. So in addition to making you look like an asshole that everyone wants to punch in the face, because no one likes to be recorded, if you're trying to be secret little spy man, apparently Meta just has a large group of people that reviews everything that you're recording. Whether you're recording yourself in intimate moments, whether you're recording yourself in the bathroom, or recording someone else in the bathroom, or people.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so there are human contractors who are reviewing this stuff, and they're like, hey, they're supposed to blur out the faces. They don't always blur out the faces. They watch you log into
Why are they watching what I'm doing anyway?
Because Meta and Facebook and Instagram want your data. They are the thing from the.
But why are there human watchers looking at my data? Do they say, "Oh, motherfucker has some Ritz crackers in the background while he's fucking his wife or something?" Like, what? I don't understand.
Make sure you're not doing anything you're not supposed to.
But that's not their job. What do they? What?
They review it to improve the AI learning experience because they're using this to train their amazing AI. So because Meta stole all of those books from online. Remember when it was like however many terabytes, which it's text files, so that's a lot of books. They stole all that stuff to train it. Now they're watching you do stuff with your wiener or with a loved one.
If you have your stupid headset on, don't take that shit off. Don't use that.
Also, if you're just in public and recording people who don't want to be recorded, you're a dick.
Yeah.
So don't do that, especially those secret spy man things. So yeah, all of these employees are like, yeah, we see all this stuff. Naked people banking information, and they're not supposed to. So just in case you have any of these things, know that whatever you're recording, I think they're in Kenya. A bunch of contractors in Kenya are watching it, and Meta is training their AI on it, and so that's not good. Maybe don't do that.
It's a bad idea. Just don't do it.
Don't do it. We got news.
If you start speaking Kenyan suddenly and, performing, maybe some parties that they do over there, you're going to make some people very happy.
Yeah. And then Meta's AI will be even more confused than it is.
And then they will recommend you some fun things.
MindsEye Studio now claims it has overwhelming evidence of organized espionage and corporate sabotage, Joe. This is so much more than the last time when it was only basic evidence of sabotage and espionage. Now it's overwhelming, and also it's laying off more people. I
am convinced this guy has a board with the red yarn.
Bam.
Yeah.
Baby Sylvia.
He maybe descent into mania. Like I don't know what's happening, but
it's gotta be.
It's like I don't know. Bot farms posting negative comments and dislike allegation. And he says it's a very big American company doing it, and they spent over $1 million on a smear campaign.
The game wasn't good.
For what reason, though? Like, what companies out there is like, I need to spend $1 million to smear this game? It's like, what did you release around that, like, needed to smear it? But I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he ever posts any of this information, or if he does take legal action like he said. It'll be interesting. But just want to let you know that if you're any of those people that sabotaged, be on the lookout because he's coming for you. Netflix boss recently, Netflix backed out of the Warner Brothers acquisition. But the Netflix boss now says that the Paramount acquisition of Warner Brothers will result in cuts in excess of $16 billion within the first 18 months or so.
They need to find $16 billion in cuts.
Yeah.
Guess what, Joe? WB Games.
Good.
It's not going to be a good time over there because they're a loss leader.
But
besides, Nether. I think Ed Boon owns NetherRealm, so they're somewhat insulated, though it still would hurt them. Hogwarts, that is the only one that is making money, so maybe they'll stay away from that. But if you're anybody else and in the future for WB Games, you are in danger.
Well, yeah, according to them so he said they're telling people who lend them money that's going to happen in 18 months or so. Now, Paramount's debt has been downgraded to junk status. And so there are companies that look at other companies who want to borrow huge amounts of money, and they're like, well, what is this? Is this debt reliable? Are you actually going to pay this back? Or is this going to be something that's just going to go bankrupt and we're going to lose our ass? Paramount's
junk status.
Downgraded to junk status.
Which is?
One of the worst. It's
okay.
Yeah. So
when they're looking, they say, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, this is Joe. I don't want to loan you money because this isn't very good. And so it's not good. This isn't good if you're a huge fan of WB. So,
junk. You're apparently junk. I wonder if there's a gem status. Junk status. Netflix, so remember that Paramount also agreed to pay that breakup fee. That's that's like a $3 billion breakup fee.
Just under 3, yeah.
So Netflix is making that for free, essentially. So maybe smart move if Paramount fucks this up in the future, then they can cut it up and Netflix can buy, other pieces of it in the future. If Paramount screws it up, CEO David Ellison.
Yeah,
and his father.
And things are going great. Did you hear about all of the Oracle news we got this week?
No. What Oracle news was there?
Is that I think it was. I want to get the number right.
I don't follow too closely these mega corporations and the CEOs that are buying up all of our news outlets and media and video games.
I thought I saw 50,000 people going to be laid off, but that number may be high. But massive layoffs coming. Oracle layoffs. But, yeah. 30,000 jobs at risk as AI restructuring looms. So
friggin' tired of winning.
But we're talking about, like, that's the company where a lot of this money is coming from, and then we've got these foreign companies coming in to buy it too. Junk status Paramount. things aren't looking good as far as like the future of WB, who is already a company that's kind of in trouble. It wasn't a winning company buying another winning company. It was a tiny, but it's a much smaller company that's not doing great buying a much bigger company that's also not doing great. And with their powers combined, I don't know if we things get better. But
prior to the deal, Warner Brothers said it would refocus the efforts on 4 key IPs: Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Mortal Kombat, and DC Comics.
Yeah.
But that was before they got bought up.
Yeah, Warner Brothers actually said this week that it's rebuilding its video game pipeline after a significant 2025.
At the time, CEO David Zaslav pointed to multiplayer brawler multiverses as a particular driver of the underperformance. Wow. Just calling that shit out. What about fucking Justice League kills or Suicide Squad kills the Justice League? That's another one. And then, yeah. So that game was canceled, and the studio working on it, Player First Games, shut down. Remember, Monolith Productions also shut down. Warner Brothers San Diego shut down. Yeah. So a lot of these things have already happened. I assume that there's more cuts coming, or at the very least, you won't see some of these behind-the-scenes projects that were in development. They're never coming out.
Yeah, or they'll sell them for parts, and that's the other thing that some of the people said that Paramount would do, is they wanted specific bits and pieces of WB. They wanted the name brand, and they wanted the news because that's a really important piece. But they also can just say, well, we don't want Rocksteady. I don't know who does, but we don't want Rocksteady, so maybe I'll sell it to somebody else who wants to buy it.
Well, that would be stupid because there's like the one, well, unless they're playing Batman, unless they're making a Batman, I don't know. I've lost a little faith in that as well.
So things not super bright over at WB, and the deal hasn't even gone through. But again, a lot of this is started from the Netflix CEO, and we don't know if he was just mad, salty. I don't know if he could be salty. He's got $3 billion in his pocket, in his company pocket that gets to play.
No, I think they've got a strategy, and they're gonna
wait it
work
out.
This thing.
Yeah, keep handing them more rope, and exactly. We got some big news. 2 things happening from Sony this week. First is Sony is reportedly going to scale back PC ports for PlayStation exclusives. So,
why? I guess that's weird. They're not doing well on PC.
Takes a lot.
So, according to sources from Bloomberg, that PS5 games have not sold well on the platform. They also said PC ports risk damaging the console's brand and could hurt sales of the PS5 and its successors.
I want to protect that exclusivity.
Risking the console's brand, absolutely correct, because a lot of PC ports from PlayStation games are fucking bad. The company that does it or whoever is doing it, it's like terrible performance for long periods of time. And I think ultimately they just want to sell more PlayStations. They really want to keep this console thing going.
Consolidate it.
Yeah. So that's not good. So
basically doing the opposite of what Xbox is doing. And so far it's been working out for them. You've seen that Xbox everywhere, anywhere. And then when you look at the number of players on Xbox compared to the same game comes out on all these other platforms, it's always higher on the PlayStation.
Yeah. So, they're not happy with it. So according to these people, that it's going to slow down.
It was the sales. I mean, if the fucking shit like Death Stranding and fucking these games like that made hella money on the PC platform, then this wouldn't be the case. But since it's not doing well, it's making average to below average sales. They're saying it's not worth it in the end, and we'd just rather take a different strategy.
God of War sold over 1 million units on PC, and so it's like some of these titles they do real well. I mean,
yeah, that's probably one of the better performing ones.
Yeah, it's like their big one, but it's like Death Stranding is a tiny IP compared to some of the other ones. I don't have the Spider-Man numbers, but it's like I imagine Spider-Man did pretty well, and maybe Wolverine would do well, but Sony does Sony things, including Sony reportedly is going to be testing dynamic pricing on the PlayStation Store.
Say what?
Dynamic pricing.
Don't put those. Don't do that. Don't put that word in front of that other word.
Yeah.
Don't put dynamic in front of pricing. So you're
Synergistic
telling me
dynamic.
it's going to be a different. So Joe logs in this motherfucker's going to pay $30 and I'm going to pay $40 just because Joe has fewer games in his fucking library. Now, granted, this was probably made because some regions of the world require different prices and stuff. And yeah, it might work and might make sense for those regions. But I guarantee you that's
not
that's how it might start. But
Yeah.
then they're going to abuse it. And motherfuckers are going to be like, well, Joe hasn't bought any recent games, so
make it
I'm
more
going to give him a
enticing.
deal. And I'm not giving you the deal, and I'm giving him the deal. Well, you're just proving to me that you can afford to sell it at that price, so give me that price.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
That's what they're saying. Like this lists personalized discounts, which is what everyone does not like.
No.
They don't. They're like, hey, I play all your games, and you're going to screw me over because I play all your games. If you've ever had to watch a cell phone advertisement, it's like no one likes being seeing new customers get all the cool stuff,
Yep.
and existing customers getting the
Yeah.
fist. And so it's like that's what this is, and this sucks. So
I'm always for deals. I'm always for percent offs,
Yeah.
but you have to be fair with the percent offs. You have to give that. It's like, all right, everybody has access to this percent off.
So the
I don't
test.
see why, Joe should get the percent off
'Cause I'm
he
cheap.
has fewer games.
I'm
Right.
frugal, and they're like, hey, we have to really
I'm
entice
buying it
this
full
guy.
price.
This guy's pretty frugal.
Well, I mean, it's a digital thing, and it's not like they're producing jewel cases and thing. So it's like they can.
Limited
This is
edition.
bullshit. It's
Yeah.
just bullshit, and it's another bullshit tactic to squeeze as much money out of a player base as they can. They
Now,
find the thresholds, and then they'll hit the threshold.
I liked this sentence, so I think you guys will like it too. This test has not been conducted in the U.S. due to alleged stricter regulation and higher market sensitivity. I'm hoping that it's
Yeah,
true.
my sensitivity
Yeah,
is I'm gonna
real
say,
fucking.
fuck you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, dynamic kick in the ass.
Exactly.
No,
So,
walled gardens should be fucking illegal. No thanks.
yeah, there are countries that do not, that won't allow this sort of thing, and so this just sucks. And the only way to tell them that you think that this sucks is to be loud about it, where you can be loud and vote with your wallet and do all those other things. But look, it totally makes sense to me when games cost less in certain countries, as far as like exchange rates and stuff. But this, like, OJ gets higher prices than Joe. I mean, that sucks. No one
Yeah,
likes that.
because they see that I buy everything at full price because I got to buy it for the fucking show. And then they look at Joe, and Joe's library is much smaller. And it's like, okay, if we offer him a discount, percentage-wise, every time we offer him a discount, he buys it. The percentage is 90% that Joe buys it when he gets a deal. So then they keep offering him the deals while I'm over here paying full price. Fuck off.
I mean, that's why data is so valuable and why all of these services.
That shit probably already happens. I know it does.
Yeah, and so they want your data for these reasons so that they can make deals and try to trick you into buying stuff. And I don't know. I hate it. So
Cool, Sony making the best corporate decisions. Wonderful.
yeah.
Excellent. Dynamic pricing.
All right. Well,
Fucking
that's
stupid.
you had two
My
big
dynamic
ones.
my dynamic wallet says no to your dynamic pricing. Yeah, I got two, but I found a third. I want to throw this in. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a crisis in a game that I was looking forward to. I think it was one of the Game Awards or maybe the Summer Game Fest that did this trailer where, let's see, let me get the company here. NetEase. NetEase is appearing to cut funding to Gang of Dragon dev Nagoshi Studio after at least 7 billion yen more would be needed to finish development on that debut title. If you don't remember this game, this was essentially like Yakuza. Only with what is the name of the
actor from Eternals?
Actor from How dare you? Oh no, I don't remember his name. Hold on, let me grab his name real quick. Okay, I think his name is, I'm gonna get this wrong, Madong-suk? Madong-suk?
That's what I hear.
Okay, well, I like some of his movies that I've seen. I just never realized that was his name. But apparently it was going to be a game about him going around and beating the shit out of
Yeah, I remember
everybody.
that trailer.
That fucking trailer was awesome.
Yeah.
The guy pulls
And
a
his
gun
name
at
is
him.
He's just
Madong-suk.
like fucking destroying everyone.
Fuck yeah. So now I'm fucking pissed off that this game is in major danger and may not be released. So, a developer reportedly trying to find new sponsors without success. No.
You said 7 billion yen,
7
right?
billion yen, which is $44 million would be needed.
It's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they allegedly were told by NetEase that while it's free to continue on its own, it must bear the corresponding costs if it wants to keep the assets or the brand or the license.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't know if the price is due to Ma Dong Suk or if it because maybe they're paying him a hefty fee. Nah, it's probably game development and that shit is expensive. So, but damn it, what NetEase? You know you have $44 million. That shit, you make that shit in.
It depends on how much they've already put into the game, though.
an hour.
Because if the game is already mostly done,
Let it play out. Let them finish the fucking game, please. Nagoshi Studio was founded in 2021 by Yakuza creator Toshihiro Nagoshi, who serves as the company's CEO and representative director. I would have some faith, but apparently NetEase is like, nah, I'm gonna cut your funding. No, please don't. So I'll keep an eye on this because I wanted to beat people up as Madong Suk.
yeah, he's like almost like a superhero in all of the cutscenes. It's like, yes.
All right, well, so that was the first one that I wanted to sneak in there, but there's a big fucking announcement, and it's wild because I fucking forgot about it. Like I was like, did you hear about this? And it was like in a few people in chat. Hey Joe, did you hear about this? They just announced the new Xbox. I was like, oh shit, let's go, let's do trailer reaction. So I open it up and then it's just a logo. So, but it does say the next Xbox, codenamed Project Helix, and it's gonna play your Xbox and PC games.
But my PC already.
Oh, okay. But my Xbox and my PC already do it. Anyways, the new Microsoft gaming chief, the new CEO, Asha Sharma, says she is looking forward to talking more about this new Xbox console with partners and studios at GDC next week. Great start to the morning with Team Xbox, where we talked about our commitment to the return of Xbox, including Project Helix, a code name for our next generation console. Project Helix will lead in performance and play your Xbox and PC games. No way! This shit is going to play my Xbox and my PC games? Looking forward to chatting about this more with partners and studios at my first GDC next week. Yeah, so that's probably the most boring console teaser announcement ever. This is more for developers and publishers and different industry people to alert that, hey, we're going to be at GDC and we'll talk a little bit about it.
It's be a bundle thing. It's to be Project Helix with Halo.
Project Helix with Halo? They're going to make a
bundle.
new Halo for Project Helix?
Yep.
They probably better, Joe, but they better release with some kind of system killer.
They need a selling
They need
point.
some
they need
kind of
something.
selling.
In a year and a half, because the release date's tentatively late 2027. So
That doesn't seem possible. That's wild. There better already be tons of games in development in the middle of development.
yeah, so this is pretty consistent with like the console generations. It just seems like this generation was short because kind of lack of games, like major games. The leaks say it's going to be considerably more powerful than PlayStation 6, so that's good. But I also think it's going to be more expensive. I think the estimates are like,
I hear it's going to be very niche.
yeah, $900 would be they estimate would be cost. $1,100 to $1,200 would probably be what they think it's going to sell for. That's a lot for a console.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So a Xbox branded PC then.
Yeah. It's a wonderful operating system that'll for sure work and nothing will go wrong.
And my point and my need to buy it is zero because every game is everywhere.
It's definitely
Play
not marketed
everywhere.
toward I will never buy
Who
it.
is it marketed towards? People that want a PC but with an Xbox branding on it.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
slightly cheaper
Unless they're
PC.
hiding something really spectacular. And it's going to be a heavy
Calling it
hitter for
now.
release when they eventually show it off.
But the problem is, Xbox is going to be releasing more stuff on PlayStation. So if there is a new Halo, do you think Halo would release on PlayStation right away too? Because they just want to sell you the games.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they would.
There better be no fucking AI slop on it. That's for damn
Yeah.
sure.
You saw that microslop was like banned in
Microslop.
their Copilot. Like they
Yeah.
wouldn't let you type it in there because they're and
they're
then
censoring all that shit
Yeah.
because the new Xbox boss is sensitive to it because she's coming from AI. She doesn't want people
she's
talking
sensitive,
about that.
everyone. So just definitely don't Google microslop and definitely don't type it into your AI thing because we wouldn't want that to spread. The Streisand effect is a hell of a thing.
No.
So
I don't know. This is the least excited I've ever been for a potential, new console. It may be that I'm an old fart now, and I just use my PC because obviously, I run the Angry Joe show and I play the games and I edit on my PC, so it's just so much easier for me to do it there. I guess if we're about to hit the next generation of consoles here in a year or two. I can maybe be stupid enough to hope that Madden will get better from one generation to the next, when historically they've gotten worse when you go from one generation to the next.
They got new owners.
Because they have to figure out the Saudis and Jared Kushner. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's
Isn't
make
he
more
also
money.
negotiating
It went
with the
worse.
Iranians in the war?
He went worse with
Yeah.
Madden.
Okay, all the billions that he got from them.
You have to buy your own football every game.
You have to buy your own. Joe, stop giving him ideas, please. You have to buy your own football. No, that's true, because weren't they going to do that mode where you walk around the city? So your team has to go and buy footballs for their team. And they make you, the star quarterback, go out and buy all the equipment for the team and bring it back.
I mean,
That'd be side missions.
it's what WWE did for their games. They introduced this island that's all
I
the
hated
crazy
the fucking island, yeah.
microtransactions, and it's like Madden is probably looking at it going, "That's a good idea."
We want that.
Well,
So
want-
ruined basketball for me.
Yeah.
Fucking grind.
2K, yeah. But at least they have, some fully featured modes and new shit in it, and Madden doesn't even bother with that, I guess, because they don't have the printing money machine that 2K has in those microtransactions. But every console generation previously, I was just hoping that Madden would get better. So that's the only thing I can look forward to, is that maybe it will be a generational leap in not only graphics, but gameplay and effort.
Maybe just make a new Halo. That may make me happy.
Telling you,
They
it's
did
gonna
that
happen.
already. Did it make you happy?
Oh, that was a piece of shit run by idiots.
Oh.
It was half an open world because it was like, oh, we're
Forever.
gonna make an open world thing, and like, oh no, we're not. We're gonna.
Guess who's still in charge?
Well, no, it's a different name, Joe. They're not 343.
What are they?
They're Halo Studios.
Halo.
Oh.
They're named after the game, Joe. So when you change the name of the company, everything changes.
Yeah, like Spectrum and Time Warner.
Yeah, remember when AT&T
not as
became
bad as Time Warner.
singular
They're
Yes.
worse.
for like a week or whatever, and they're like, wait, no one knows who the fuck we are. We're going back to AT&T. Totally different company.
Project Helix, Joe, because it looks like an X when it does the helix.
Pass.
Get it? Oh, pass.
Pass.
I was hoping for 720, Joe. Can we get the Xbox 720?
1080, bro.
I didn't get it last time. And we skipped it over to do the Xbox Series XSX next
Or
Xbox
SX.
XX. Xbox Next was an opportunity. Project Helix could still change to a different name, but
Oh,
they're
yeah.
probably gonna stick with Project Helix, I do think.
Oh, you don't? Is that?
I think so, because they like this logo. I think maybe when it comes out, it'll be called the Helix.
Oh,
It
I was
sucks.
I was really hoping that was just like the placeholder thing, so that no one knew what it was called.
I mean, if they're showing off logos and they're doing the reveal and it's just the logo reveal, I don't know, man.
That sucks.
Yeah. All right, well, that's the Xbox, and apparently some AMD in here. I thought I saw some AMD. This is the first time we've heard of the new Xbox console. AMD CEO Dr. Lisa Su said in February the development of Microsoft's next-gen Xbox featuring an AMD semi-custom SoC is progressing well to support a launch in. Okay, so that's how AMD factors into it. It's going to be using some AMD technology. And, perfect segue, talking about AMD, I wanted to point out how their market share of gaming GPUs, your graphics card, is now 5%. Nvidia dominates the gaming GPU market with now 95% of the market share. There is no AMD. Their AMD Radeon graphics plummet to a historical low of 5%. So basically, Nvidia owns graphics cards. And I guess AMD is slowly retreating, or maybe going to these console markets where they can, provide chips for these ready-made, essentially PCs, but just console-branded PCs.
What percent on there was the Voodoo cards? Because that's what I got at home.
It's got
to be more than.
Did you get that in the black market?
Yeah, that would be 0.000.
Oh, come on.
I don't know. But then tying into that, Nvidia CEO Huang said, Jensen Huang said, the reason why we're so beloved in the video game industry and we're so deep in it still is, in a lot of ways, we are the modern video game industry. Oh, boy. Pure fucking hubris. So now he's taking credit for the entirety of the modern video game industry, is the words he's using. I'm not so sure that's a flex that you want to be going with. But he says these types of things that we're extremely good at are algorithms because inner loop of software tends to be about 5% of code, 99% compute time. Back then in the world of computers, this was quite rare, and one of the most important ones was computer graphics, the simulation of light and how light travels through space. So while computer graphics were used for things like animated movies, it was during that time where computer graphics was becoming more capable, and we can simulate virtual reality with it, and we applied it to create a new exciting industry which did not exist at the time, called video games. And so 3D graphics was modernized in my time, consumerized in my time, and the whole video game industry was created in my time, which is a huge claim. Granted, I don't know if this guy realizes that if it wasn't you and your company, it would have been somebody else. It would have been AMD.
Voodoo.
It would have been the Voodoo card. It would have been, there's got to be a fourth. Joe, you want to make your own graphics card company?
Mad Cats.
Mad Cats?
I would buy a fucking Mad Cat.
Cats
It would
graphics
like
card.
not fit into the slot, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, there's half-truths in there, obviously, but, taking claims for the whole modern video game industry.
Oh, Nvidia bought Voodoo.
Oh,
Nvidia bought 3DFX, who owned Voodoo. Damn it! Now they're all part of the same. All right.
Him and the 13 people in our viewership that know Voodoo
You have to be at
like,
least 40 years
That
old.
was a funny joke.
Yeah.
But I remember them. I remember those boxes.
You go to
the 3DFX
You built your own
Voodoo.
computers back in the day. Voodoo
You
was
knew
was
about
pretty
Voodoo.
Good. Did you see Nvidia also said that they weren't going to give an additional $70 billion to OpenAI? They originally had said that, well, maybe we'll give them $100 billion because the way the AI bubble, that some people don't agree is a bubble, works is Nvidia gives these companies a bunch of money, and those companies use money to buy things from Nvidia, and then like all of these other, the data centers and stuff split it up. Well, Nvidia gave them $30 billion, and they said, we're not giving them $100 billion. That wasn't contractually, we're not obligated, and it's not binding. So that with the Oracle news, people should be worried.
And Voodoo 3DFX said that they were the true 3D acceleration. And honestly, they actually did kind of do a good job on the 3D stuff as stuff were starting to go 3D. Because 3D games look clunky and pixelated. Voodoo cards made gaming feel immersive and vibrant. And I think they only got up to the Voodoo 3.
I had the Voodoo 3. What other Voodoo?
And then I don't think they got to the Voodoo 4.
Yeah, I think they got bought. Yeah.
I remember that. I don't know. Whoa, 4 megabytes of... No, I don't know.
That's what...
Maybe.
Oh no, there is a Voodoo 5.
Oh, there's Voodoo 5?
I don't. Yeah, apparently, I never had that one. That one looks expensive.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I don't need a Voodoo 5 because I have a
all the
5080.
news. That's a lot of news stories. And honestly, I want the game to come back with my dong suck. My dong suck. Did I get his name right?
Mm-hmm.
Put it in the comments if I got his name right. I want that NetEase, please. $44 million
$44
from a
million.
beating
That's
people
a
up
lot.
in an alley. That video was awesome. It was a great trailer. Please make it a real thing. And yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, we got new PCs.
Yes, tell me about them.
We got OG and I got 5080s. Joe has a 5090.
Holy moly, guys, it's making my editing process and the video games that we play look absolutely beautiful so that we can review these games at the settings that the developers, are touting. Does it actually do some of these things? Does it actually perform? Helps with that. And plus, I've never rendered my videos faster than the length of the video itself. I feel like I'm in the future. So thank you to Starforge PCs, which are in our neighborhood. So I get to support local businesses as well. I hope you support a local business if you need a turnkey solution. If you want somebody that's going to be there for you all the time and you can get support for it and confident support, go with Starforge PCs. Yeah, I just love PC gaming, love computers. And I know many people can build their own, but if you're looking for that turnkey solution, check them out. This is who I recommend. I also want to thank Babbel for partnering up with us, learning new languages. There's over 14 new languages that you can learn. Guys, check it out. That's fun. You can do something in your free time. Click the links down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. A lot of work to do this week, but it's fun work. And we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.